The next variant of if is if else if ladder. The conditional statements we discussed so far had only two paths to follow. One path to follow when the condition is true, and the second path was followed when the condition was false. Okay. For example, in order to find whether A is greater than B or not, we have only two options. Either A is greater than B or A is not greater than B, right? But sometimes you have more than two options, right? For example, you have some amount of money in your pocket and you want to decide whether you want to go to movie, or you want to eat an ice cream, or you want to do nothing. Okay, now you, instead of having two options, you have three options. Although it can be programmed using the nested ifs, right? Because we have already created a program to find the greatest among three numbers. Here also we have three options. A is greatest, or B is greatest, or C is greatest. In a similar manner, we can program this also. Whether you want to go to movie, or whether you want to eat ice cream, or whether you want to do nothing. But another way of doing this is using if else if ladder. So if else if ladder has a general form like this. Here we have if expression. For example, if money is greater than equal to 500, then go for movie. Okay, this is the first action. Okay, now the second action can be written as else if. This else if will be executed when this if is false, right? And here also please note that you have to write the condition. Else if money is less than 500 and money is greater than equal to 50, you want to eat ice cream, right? And you can note here that I have put two conditions here. Money is less than 500 and money is greater than equal to 50. It means money lies in the range of 50 to 500. And I have connected these two conditions using this logical AND. Okay, which we discussed during the lecture of operators. Okay, so you can connect two conditions using the logical AND. And logical AND means for this thing to be executed, for you to eat ice cream, both the conditions should be true. This should be true, money should be less than 500 and money should be greater than equal to 50. Only then this will be executed. And you can have as many else if statements as you want with their conditions. Okay, and at the end, when nothing of these conditions is true, this is also false, this is also false, this is also false, and so on. When all these above conditions are false, at last this else will be executed. Okay, else do nothing. Okay, so once again, first the condition is checked here. If this is true, this statement will be executed and the control will move to the next line after this if else set of statements. Okay, but if this condition is false, instead of true, this statement will not be executed and the control will move to the next if expression and it will evaluate this condition. If this condition is true, then this statement will be executed. After executing this statement, it will not evaluate the next else if expressions. It will move to the next line after this set of if else statements. Okay, and if this is also false, this is also false, then the control will move to this expression and check this. If it is true, it will be executed. After executing it, the control will move out of if else set of statements. Okay, so this goes on and on. So if all these statements are false, then the last else statement will be executed. After executing this else, the control will move to the next line after this else if ladder. Okay.